And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your IndianaWeatherOnline.com video update. A lot to talk about this upcoming weekend as two winter systems are going to impact much of Indiana and Ohio, and conditions out there already getting nasty due to that blowing and drifting winds gusting as high as 30 and 40 miles per hour this afternoon, creating whiteout conditions and near zero visibility with significant blowing and drifting being reported across much of northern and central Indiana. Today's video forecast is brought to you by Nettle Creek Hardware in Hagerstown, 485 East Main Street, open 7 days a week. They have all of your winter weather supplies, including snow shovels, ice melt heaters, and propane. First off, taking a look at the radar, you can see a few light snow showers across portions of northern Illinois and some across far northern Indiana up towards Lake and Porter and LaPorte counties. But for the most part, the snow is going to hold off for several more hours. Looks like we shouldn't have to worry about the snow until after about 10 p.m. tonight. Winter weather advisories in effect for nearly the entire state of Indiana. The only exception to that is the extreme southwestern part of the state, including Evansville, where it looks like you'll miss the brunt of this system. But the rest of the winter weather advisories, they're in effect all the way from tonight through tomorrow due to the snow and blowing snow. And if you look at the far upper left part of your screen, blizzard warnings actually in effect for part of Minnesota and North Dakota associated with the weather system that'll be bringing us our snow tonight. Here's a look at our futurecast. Notice that first system moving through tonight and tomorrow morning with a good 12-hour period of snowfall, and then we're watching another system right behind it. That'll bring more snow on Sunday, but it looks like tonight's system will impact most of the state. Looks like the heaviest snow will be across northern and central Indiana, and then that second system arrives on Sunday again, impacting northern and central Indiana and western Ohio. So what am I forecasting for snowfall amounts? Snowfall amounts tonight, 3 to 5 inches north of Muncie to Lafayette. Probably closer 3 to 4 inches in most of those areas, but a few locations could pick up a 5-inch amount, especially up towards Lake Michigan and South Bend and Southwest Michigan. And then the rest of the state, 2 to 4 inches, except down towards Evansville, where they're going to see about 1 inch of snow. 2 to 4 inches in Indianapolis, Bloomington, Terre Haute, Cincinnati, and Dayton. Indianapolis, you'll probably be closer to 3 to 4 inches. Louisville, Bloomington, Terre Haute, probably closer to 2 to 3. Wind gusts will be the big story, though. 30 to 50 mile per hour winds likely tonight. That's going to create whiteout conditions, possibly near blizzard conditions. I know nobody wants to use the B word, but when winds get that high with blowing and drifting snow, we're going to be talking about near blizzard conditions, and also a lot of blowing and drifting. In fact, I would say by midnight tonight, most rural roadways in northern and central Indiana will be down to one lane, if not impassable. Why is that? Well, here's a look at our forecast models for tonight. Wind gusts 40 miles per hour, 45 to 50 in that darker blue. 40 miles per hour everywhere in the state, and even some 50 mile per hour wind gusts across portions of northern Indiana. And as we take a look going into the day tomorrow, actually this is actually our next storm system. Jumping ahead here, we're watching another storm system that could impact the area on Sunday. It looks like this storm will impact northern and central Indiana. Another strong clipper with more heavy snow. And pretty much just expecting snow to fall with this storm. This is Sunday morning when we're expecting generally 2 to 4 inches of additional snowfall across northern and central Indiana. But this will be a two-part storm. We'll have the snow Sunday morning into the early afternoon. We'll get a break Sunday night, and then Monday morning an Arctic cold front comes through. And that's going to plow through the area with more snow. It won't last long, but it'll be heavy, basically snow squalls, similar to what we saw the other day. And probably 1 to 2 hours of heavy snow and whiteout conditions with gusty winds. So how much additional snow are we expecting this weekend? Here's a look at one of our forecast models. Generally anywhere from 2 to 4, maybe 5 inches of snow for northern and central Indiana and western Ohio. Again, southwestern Indiana, you're going to miss out on this storm as well. And then the big story again on Sunday is the wind gusts, looking at 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gusts across much of Indiana and Ohio. Sunday night, into the day on Monday. And that's verified by 2 of our forecast models. In fact, this model has winds over 50 miles per hour for northern Indiana by Monday morning. And then that Arctic cold front blasts through Monday morning. Again, I expect a snow squall to form on that front. It'll be brief, but 1 to 2 hours of very heavy snow Monday morning before that Arctic air gets here. Whiteout conditions and near zero visibility. Definitely a very poor weekend for traveling, and that continues into the Monday morning commute. And then that Arctic front brings the extremely cold temperatures. Take a look at wind chill forecast for Tuesday morning. Wind chills dropping below 40 below across much of northern Indiana, 30 to 35 below across central Indiana, and 15 to 20 below across southern Indiana. Tuesday is one of those days where you will not want to go outside. It will be dangerously cold, hypothermia and frostbite set in a matter of minutes when it's this cold. And Tuesday will probably be a day, if the schools are smart at least, that your kids won't have school and will be staying home. And Wednesday, more of the same. In fact, one of our forecast models, these are not wind chills, these are temperatures. And our Canadian model has done really well with temperatures with this Arctic outbreak. And take a look at forecast temperatures for Wednesday morning, dropping down to 30 to 35 below across much of northern and central Indiana. Do we think it's going to get this cold? It'll be close. I think we'll probably have low temperatures between 20 and 30 below, maybe a little colder by Wednesday morning, and wind chill values between 40 and 50 below. So, of course, it's going to be a nasty weekend. Take a look at the new IndianaWeatherOnline.com. It's a great website. Lots of interactive features, including a forum where we can answer questions for you, and you can interact with other users. And also our feature cast, video cast, all that's posted on our website. And, of course, we'll have updates on our Facebook, Google+, and Twitter all weekend. If you're interested in advertising with us, definitely helps us out. It helps us add new features to provide to all of you. Email us for more information, advertising at IndianaWeatherOnline.com. And today's forecast has been brought to you by the Boot Box. Take a look at them, thebootboxonline.com.